Bubble Bunny Tarot. We're going to be doing your monthly reading for February. And we're just going to do it the same as last time. We're going to do past, present, and future. And then for the oracle cards, we're actually going to use the Botanical oracle this time instead of the literary witches. And then as a really cool treat, we've got some Zodiac dice here that we're gonna roll, and just take these as like energies. They could be people in your life, but this is kind of just like dessert. It's not the whole reading, so if these don't match anything going on in your life or anyone going on in your life, then don't worry about it. This is a general reading, and so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. We're gonna be kind of pulling on the energies from the last full moon that we've had in February, and then I'm gonna leave some dates up for kind of the important like moon cycles that are going to be going on that also might affect your current state as we move through the month of February. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy your reading. Hi Cancer, welcome to your February reading. We are going to do things like we did last time, except I have a really special treat for you guys. I have a Zodiac dice now, so we'll be rolling it before we get into your reading, just to see if there are any general energies that are affecting you, or it could be somebody important in your life that's going to be influencing you during the month of February. Just remember to, like, the dice are just dessert. If your sign or anybody else's sign that doesn't come up, don't take it too much to heart. It could just mean like the energies in the universe that you're experiencing, because remember, zodiacs are energy, universe's energy. So we'll get started rolling, and then I will do your past, present, and future decks, do some general energy decks, and then we'll get into your advice. So let's get started. Okay, so you have Gemini coming up, then you have Pisces, and you have Taurus. This could be Sun, Moon, Rising. Like I said, just take it how it resonates. I'll put these guys over here so you can see them during the reading. Okay, so let's get started. What's going on with Cancer during the month of February? Oh, sorry. Sometimes it's hard to shuffle with my mic this one. What's going on with Cancer? My little lovely crabs. Ooh. Okay, and then we'll go into your presents. So what's going on in Cancer's present for the month of February? What's going on with Cancer present during the month of February? Okay. Then I'll move these off. What is going on in your future, Cancer, for the month of February? Ooh. What's going on in your future, Cancer? Okay, so we got your past, present, and future ready. We're going to shift these over, and I'll be pulling on your thoughts and feelings, and then your general energies. So yeah. Your thoughts and feelings at this time, Cancer, for the month of February. This one's thoughts and feelings. Okay, and then I'll be doing your general energies. So, general energies, Cancer. Last but not least, the crystal deck. So. Okay, so I'll shift these over and go over your past, present, and future first before getting into all the other good stuff. Okay, so for your most recent past, Cancer, we have the Knight of Cups. It's in reverse, but we'll flip it back around. And then we have the Knight of Swords in reverse, but flip it. And then you have the King of Coins in reverse, but we'll flip them back around, okay? So definitely, I feel like this is you. I don't feel like the Knight of Cups is like a love offer or anything. I feel like this is you just being one with your emotions and knowing how to move forward. You've been plagued a little bit by your own anxieties, however, which I see with the Knight of Swords, but it looks like you're doing a good job of not really like heeding those negative thoughts too much, because you have the King of Coins, which to me represents like stability, wealth. You're just like doing what you need to do to keep yourself satisfied, so that's really good for you. So if we look at your presents, we have the Knight of Pentacles, okay. Then you have the moon energies. And then you have the Lovers. Oh, okay. Interesting. Let me look at the future before I say anything. Just to kind of get some more clarification. So, you have the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Swords. Okay. And then the Eight of Wands. Okay, so there is an evolution from the 7 to 8 of Wands. Okay. So, the reading for your past hasn't changed. This King of Cups is definitely you. I don't think it's another energy, but I think this Knight of Pentacles is actually another energy. So it could be somebody who's coming in who is working on being stable just like you and sees that like commonality, like you have things in common. And so what I see here is you're trying to discern what is going to be the right path moving forward, or actually what's going to be the right path moving forward, as seen with the Moon card. The Moon card typically in the original tarot has two different paths. You have one path that is unbridled, wild, has this like wolf that's I don't know why I wanted to say like brutal, but is like unhinged almost. And then the other path has like this docile dog. The path is like illuminated. And so it represents having to make a choice. And I feel like with the Lovers present here, there's a choice that you have to make in order to move forward. And this choice, I don't think this choice has to necessarily do with love, even though the Knight of Pentacles is kind of like this outside energy that might be looking in and saying, hey. But I also see this Knight of Pentacles as you, because you were the Knight of Cups. So maybe you're transitioning from being this Knight of Cups person, you know, like in your, not necessarily in your emotions, but being stable in your emotions, to thinking about how you're going to move forward in the future. And ultimately you have to be able to make that choice. Alternatively, I mean, this could be a relationship. The Knight of Pentacles could be somebody that maybe you're interested in. You don't know if you want to pursue that relationship further, because maybe there's some things that don't necessarily meld with what you want in a person. So that could be a thing. And as a result of debating or making this choice, I see you being defensive. The Seven of Wands is a defensive energy, like having to defend oneself. So maybe if it is a relationship, they might ask you why, like, why didn't you choose me, you know, if you didn't want to move forward. And then you'd have to say, like, look, like, this isn't really for me. So that kind of like defending yourself energy. But this also could be like defending the choice that you make on your life path. So maybe you have to choose between taking a new job or staying at your old job, and people might ask you, why did you decide to move to this new job? Like, I don't really understand. But maybe that job makes you so much happier, and you have to explain that to people, and they don't necessarily like understand. There's some sort of like tricky, like deceptive energy here, but I don't feel it very strongly. So maybe it's something that's just like in the background that, like maybe some people are just like, I don't know, they could be jealous of you or something, but at the end of the day, you're just like focusing on yourself. Like, you don't care. Like, you don't care. It's whatever. Like, it's just kind of like background noise. So the Seven of Swords really rings as like background noise. Although it could be maybe there's something that, like, if a person is, that you're interested in, they might be hiding something that could be a thing. It doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing. They're just not, like, maybe there's something that happened in their own like personal experiences in relationships that they don't want to reveal to you, and so or reveal to you yet, that also could be an option with the Seven of Swords. I'm just not feeling it very strongly. It's just kind of like background. But then the good thing is that you have the Eight of Wands. So really moving forward towards your goals, the things that you want to do in life. So it looks like you make, no matter what happens, you make the right decision. No matter which path you choose, that's going to be the path for you. So I wouldn't worry about it too much. Sorry. Let me clear the table, and we'll get into your thoughts and feelings as well as the overall energies, and then we'll look at the advice pile to try to get more information on like this moon situation, this lover situation. So yeah, let me get this. So, for your thoughts and feelings, we have the Sun. Okay, so you're in a good place right now, Cancer. Feeling very optimistic about everything going on in your life. Then you have the Seven of Cups. It came up in reverse, but I'm going to take Seven of Cups. But we have this illusion card. Feeling of illusions, and it just reminds me of the Moon card, where it's like you don't know which path to pick. In this picture, these cups have both good and bad things, so which cup are you gonna choose? It's kind of like that feeling of having to make that choice, which relates to the Lovers as well that we saw. And then last but not least, you have the Queen of Wands. Yeah, so moving forward with that energetic, fiery energy, I definitely see that reflecting. You have confidence in yourself, so that's definitely good. So let's see. We'll go over the crystal cards first, and then we'll go over the Hedge Witch cards, and I'll read you some excerpts to maybe see how they can, help your situation. So we have Pyrite, which is fool's gold. It's a good change of fortune, success, renewed focus, and leadership. So that's definitely interesting. The thing about fool's gold, though, that really stuck out to me is that it's fool's gold. It looks like gold, but it's not really. So that may be connecting back to that Seven of Swords, like kind of tricky energy. So maybe something is coming up in your future that may not look, as good as you think it is, and that might also tie in with this illusions card here. So maybe a relationship that might not be as good as you think it is, or an opportunity, with a job. It could really be anything. And then you have Blue Kyanite, which is connecting with animals, telepathic abilities, finding your true path, and finding clarity. So yeah, this harkens back to the Moon card. You have to really look within and find what path is going to be the best for you. Okay, and now we have the Botanical card. So we have Dandelion with Humility. Interesting that comes out close to the Queen of Wands, because Queen of Wands is anything but humble. And then you have Hollyhock, which is abundance. Okay, and I'll get the Hedge for that. We'll go. Okay. When you feel underappreciated or invisible, remember the dandelion and its ability to flourish. Seen from a different perspective, the oracle property humility is needed when assessing our own importance in a given situation or relationship. Are you overestimating your own contributions, value, or difficulties? It's very easy to slip into a narcissistic mindset after all. We are each at the center of our own universe. However, it is sometimes essential to step back and be very honest about where we stand in relation to others. Everyone wants to be heard and feel valued. Are you doing your best to see others in as kind of a light as you see yourself? And then we have Hollyhock. The oracle property of hollyhock, is abundance. Aside from being a lovely ornamental plant with many human applications, hollyhock provides food and shelter to hummingbirds, beetles, and moths. It is the favorite flower of several species of butterfly. Abundance is a word we often associate with monetary wealth or physical possessions, but abundance is better measured by including health, friends, happiness, and well-being in our assessment. Embracing abundance isn't an exercise in accumulation, but rather a willingness to live gratefully and with open arms. Like the hollyhock, we may find our place in the garden by being a blessing to others. Accept the things you have in your life rather than focusing on the things you don't, and look at the many ways you can be of service to your community. Living with gratitude and open arms will attract others to you and provide opportunities for others to see your value. In the Victorian language of flowers, hollyhocks are associated with fecundity, a word which I cannot say, and the bonds of love, much like the Empress or the Queen of Pentacles from the Tarot. The hollyhock is traditionally planted in a witch's garden to bring abundance, fecundity, and is strongly related to the pagan holiday Lammas, which celebrates harvest season and expresses gratitude to the nature for her generous gifts. Okay, so we will put these over here. Get these guys out of the way. We'll have a look at your advice cards. Okay. So for your first advice card, we have the Chariot. Oh, interesting energies. And then we have the Empress, which we just read in the Hollyhock Abundance little reading. So Hollyhock is definitely related to this Empress energy. Then we have the Queen of Discs as well, which these are literally the two cards that was mentioned in the reading of the Hollyhock Abundance card. So the universe is definitely telling you to move forward and embrace that feeling of, how do I say this? Of receiving. I think that's the word that I'm looking for. But let's look at the last card really quick before I talk. And the Eight of Wands again. Okay, yep. So the cards are definitely encouraging you to move forward with the strength and the confidence. And then the most important thing that I want to highlight here is the Empress, the Queen of Discs, and the Hollyhock card, which is that they believe in their own abundance. Therefore, because of their own affirmations, they don't need to do anything. Things just come to them. These opportunities come to them. However, it is up to them to be able to distinguish which opportunities they want to take, because they could really have anything that they want. Like, the Empress doesn't need to have the Emperor with her. She has many lovers. Everybody wants to be with the Empress, you know what I mean? So I think that's something really important to highlight. It's just the ability to discern, embrace the Empress mindset of receiving, but also remember that after you have received, you need to be able to discern which opportunities are the best for you, and then really move forward with this energy of excitement, of motivation, of drive, and just take this as like a new opportunity, a new beginning. Yeah, that's really what I see here. I don't think there's anything else I have to say for your reading. Hopefully you found something that really resonates with you. And if, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But yeah, that's a reading for the month of February. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you have a wonderful day, Cancer.